Welcome to TMXing Adventures, everybody. I am Lisa, and tonight I want to show you how easy it is to make the oats, coconut and honey balls straight off cookiedoo.com.au. They are the perfect snack, and tonight I'm going to make them dairy free for you as well and show you how easy that is using your pantry ingredients. So straight away they're on my TM6 screen and I can go start cooking. First step is to preheat an oven to 200 degrees. Now I've got that pre-happening under here. I've got an oven in my Caravan, so that's good to go. The next step's going to say to line some trays. Now I'm going to actually use my silicone trays from the mix shop. Let me grab them for you and show you what they look like. They're awesome because you don't have to line them. They're flexy on the bottom, and so things just come off them really easy. And but they've got a rigid side, so they actually hold form. You can't really bend them. So they are fantastic for your baking, for your snacks, your scrolls, your breads, those sorts of things. So that's ready to go. First things first, 20 grams of blanched almonds. Now those of you watching along who've been watching me for a while, you know that I don't tend to do blanched almonds. I just use ordinary almonds, and you know what, it just puts a fleck of colour through them. It doesn't particularly matter. So let's put in our 20 grams of almonds. It's not a huge amount of almonds. That was probably about 10-15 almonds. So in with the almonds. Let's put the lid on, and it's going to blitz those down for a moment. This won't take very long. It's going to take 4 seconds on speed 5. So it's not even going fine. It's going more like a crumble, I guess. Let's do that. Spin it up. Off it goes. Okay, from there on, we're now going to add our other ingredients. Now the base of this ingredient is our rolled oats. If you can't do rolled oats, flaked quinoa would be a fantastic alternative that is completely gluten-free as well. So I've got my rolled oats here, 50 grams of rolled oats into the Thermomix. In that goes. If you did have almond meal, I reckon you could throw almond meal into this recipe for that first step if you wanted to get rid of it. I certainly think that would work perfectly fine. 20 grams of white sesame seeds. It could be your black ones. It's only going to adjust the colour. Whoops, today 30. Never mind. Next up, we've got desiccated coconut. Is that what I've got? The really fine stuff? In that goes, I do think shredded would also work perfectly fine. I'm actually going to do 70 grams because I put extra of the other one in a second ago. So I'm just going to offset it with that. There we go, that'll do. Oh no, yeah, no, that's enough, perfect. And now it's asking for some flour. Now it normally asks for normal plain flour. However, I'm going to use gluten-free. So those of you who are gluten-free, you can be doing the same as well. In this goes. And there is a beautiful gluten-free recipe, gluten-free flour recipe on Cookiedoo to make your own flour. So jump on there and check that out if you'd like. All right, nearly there. There we go, done. Now, next up, it's got some brown sugar. I'm just going to use monk fruit sweetener, but I would say just use raw sugar if that's all you've got. Or by all means, if you've got brown sugar, use brown sugar. That is perfectly okay as well. 50 grams, it's not a huge amount, but there is going to be a liquid sweetener. As you noticed in the title, it has honey in it. So it is going to have another form of sweetener in it as well. All right, in that goes, that'll do me. Next up, some butter. Now, we are all out of butter at the moment, or it's out in our other freezer. I'm not sure which one. So I'm actually going to use coconut oil, solidified. So it is solid, so therefore it will mimic that butter. If it was runny, it probably wouldn't work, but being that it's solid, it'll be fine to swap in instead in this case. If I can get it off the spoon. This is actually the ice cream scoop out of the Thermomix toolkit. If you ever get a chance to get one of those, or if you decide to join up as a consultant, 3 sales in your first 60 days will get you one of these for free. Well, not just this, but the actual toolkit. That will do when it comes to the coconut oil. 30 grams of honey. So here's our honey today. Normally I'd be using rice malt, but this is what I've got at the moment, so I'll just use that. You could use maple as well. Really depends on what you've got on hand. Obviously they are called honey balls, okay, so you'd expect some sort of sweetener, and it does need to be a liquid sweetener, otherwise you're not going to get them to stick together for you. 1 medium egg to bind it all together. Remember, you've got this little sharp corner on the front of your bowl, which is perfect to crack an egg. It gives you that perfect triangular front to break your egg without dropping your eggshells in. And last up, we're going to put the lid on. Now we're going to mix this through, and then there's one more step to go. So it says 90 degrees. I'm not sure why it's got a 90 degrees, but we want 5 seconds speed 4. I'm going to give you some tips. I find my butter has not distributed well through the mix, and I've got to go back and I need to do this a bit longer. Let's have a look at that there. That's not too bad, but that's because I had coconut oil in there that was already softer than butter. If I'd taken it out of a fridge, it would have been very thick, but being that I just took it out of my cupboard and it was solidified, it's perfect. However, butter, hit the back arrow, repeat the step probably 2 or 3 times. All right, you will find you'll need to do that. Now it says dark chocolate chips optional. I'm going to put some sultanas in for the kids. It says 100 grams. I'm going to cut them a bit short. I'm going to go about 60 grams. And now then we says to mix them by hand. I'm actually going to hit the back arrow. I'm just going to do that step from before. Repeat that step. Spread them through. And can you believe it? Our mix is done. That is how simple and quick it is to make these balls in the Thermomix. Now all you need to do is roll them into little balls. Let me show you that mix. Looks absolutely amazing. All you need to do now is roll them into the little balls, and I'll show you how. It says using 2 dessert spoons. Where did my ice cream scoop go before? Oh, it's still in there. I'm just going to grab some of this mix out, and you're going to roll them literally between your hands. They make perfect bite size little balls here, and then they go on your tray. Okay, I'm just going to put mine back here out the way for the moment, and we're going to cook those at 200 degrees for 10 minutes, just as they're golden. These are beautiful. Let them cool and then store them in an airtight container. You can swap in and out things, so you could be replacing your sesame seeds with sunflower seeds or pepitas if you prefer. So there are some variations to this. Obviously I've swapped the chocolate for sultanas, so you can certainly play around with different flavorings in this, and I reckon even some cocoa powder to make them chocolate flavored would be absolutely yummy as well. All right, I hope you give this recipe a go. Do share your pictures when you do. And it's a perfect recipe. You can also, by the way, one other thing, double it if you need to as well. It will fit in here perfectly fine. Just extend your stirring times, especially that last step with the butter. But take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Please do remember to subscribe below so you can see the daily videos as they get uploaded. Bye for now.